Across the Northland, businesses and communities are stepping up to support firefighters and first responders on the front lines and families forced from their homes. And today, Northern News Now's Kyrie Johnson got a first-hand look at the grassroots effort from Duluth to Two Harbors, bringing help to those who need it.
Businesses across the Northland like Rustic Inn Cafe have transformed their storefronts into donation hubs, collecting things like water, clothing, blankets, and all the essential items for firefighters on the front lines and families forced from their homes. The wildfire has left a trail of destruction. Homes lost, families displaced, and first responders working around the clock. And it's had business owners across the region, including here in Duluth, asking one question.
Like, well, what can we do? How can we help? Is there anything that we can do?
That's when the idea turned into action. Donation drop-off boxes can now be located all across the Northland.
We were just devastated to hear that that was happening and how large it got, and hear that all the homes that have been destroyed because of it. And we wanted to be able to help in some small way.
Duluth Pack and other businesses are sending donations to Rustic Inn Cafe for sorting and distribution.
Just trying to do everything we can to help everyone out. I always say stronger together, and really the community came together to do it. It wasn't just us, it was other businesses as well.
For many, it's personal. Neighbors, customers, and co-workers with deep roots in the community. The support has been strong, but the need is great.
And we still have first responders coming in to get food, and also to take some of those waters and chips. And so we're just trying to disperse as we can here, but it's been awesome to see everything that's came in.
Organizers say the next challenge is thinking long-term, how to help families rebuild.
After these first weeks, how can we help them? How can we support them?
We'll have more information on our website about where those accessible drop-off locations are for donations. Just north of Two Harbors, Kyrie Johnson, Northern News Now.
Organizers encourage people to give what they can, but they are most in need of essentials like water, food, socks, blankets, and diapers.